evening, YouTube. So today, I've got a video I'm gonna cover. I mean, not a video, a topic I'm gonna cover in my video about a certain painting. Some of y'all may be familiar with. So this is the painting. It is the Crying Boy. As you can see, there's many variations of the Crying Boy. Paintings ranging from all kinds of fucking paintings. So this painting, was painted, obviously, by some dude, and so in England, a lot of these house fires were going down, and the only thing that survived, or the major things that survived these fires, were these photos of this kid, this crying boy, this kid crying. So there's a paper called The Sun. We'll get there anyways. So we're gonna start here. I'm gonna give you a little backstory into the photo itself. The following backstory seems to be a mashup of reportage from The Sun, which was the first newspaper that reported this phenomenon of this picture just constantly surviving these fires. So reportage from The Sun and Mallory, one of the urchins he painted was a boy named Don Bonillo, who accidentally started a fire in which his parents died in Spain. From then on, wherever the boy went, a fire followed, prompting his nickname Diablo. Ooh, spooky. Some believed the boy was adopted against the will of a priest and was abused by the painter. In the 1970s, the boy himself was consumed by fire as well in an explosion caused by a car accident. According to journalist Dr. David Clark, who researched the Crying Boy legend for 14 times, and on his website, this legend has more than a few holes. Giovanni Bregolin and Seville seem to have been one of the few pseudonyms for Spanish painters. For Spanish painter Bruno Amadeo, and Clark could not find evidence that George Mallory nor Don Bonillo ever existed. Amadeo likely painted 20 to 30 of these crying boys after training in Venice after World War II, prints of which were sold in department stores throughout the 70s, wrote Clark. Another artist, Anna Zinkisen, had a similar series of crying children paintings that were regarded as equally cursed. So that's just a little bit of backstory about it. So the curse of the Crying Boy. Ancient curses invoked by tomb raiders have remained a popular theme in fiction and folklore for centuries. However, belief in cursed objects is not confined to legends surrounding Egyptian relics or to the subject of the M.R. James stories. In the modern world, there are many who believe they have personally experienced uncanny phenomenon as a result of contact with a cursed artifact. Portraits or human likeness, whether carved or painted, are frequently the focus of this type of legend in recent years. Stories of bad luck and misfortune have grown up around certain artifacts that are presumed to have had ritual or magical functions, some of which are apparently quite recent in origin. In folk belief, the notion that a picture falling from a wall was an omen of impending death, particularly if it is a portrait. Like a portrait of an actual person, remains one of the most widespread modern superstitions. Similarly, eerie portraits whose eyes seem to follow you wherever you go have become a staple scene setter in numerous horror flicks. Folklore is not static, but active and dynamic, especially when it invokes Latin beliefs rooted in older superstitions. So actually, there were these photos in my parents' basement when I was young. My room was in the basement, and so there were these photos in my parents' basement that Well, it was just one photo, but I moved the photo and found a photo of a woman behind that photo whose eyes did the exact same thing, and they like followed you as you were walking by and by. And when I was younger, that shit used to creep me out. I was like, fuck this, I don't want any part of this picture, so I took it down. That's when I found the one behind it of the fucking lady whose eyes followed you. Took it down. They were just pictures of some older family members that I never met because they were older. So but yeah, that's my experience with that creepy following thing. The Curse of the Crying Boy appeared out of the blue one morning in 1985. The Sun, at that time, was the most popular tabloid newspaper in the English-speaking world. Published on page 13 of its September 4th edition, a story headlined, "Blazing Curse of the Crying Boy." It told how Ron and May Hall blamed a cheap painting of a toddler with tears rolling down his face for a fire which gutted their terraced council home in Rotherham, a mining town in South Yorkshire. The blaze broke out in a chip pan in the kitchen of their home of 27 years and spread rapidly. But although the downstairs rooms of the house were badly damaged, the framed picture of the crying boy escaped unscathed. It continued to hang there, undamaged, surrounded by a scene of devastation. Normally, a chip pan blaze would merit nothing more than a couple of paragraphs in the local newspaper. What transformed this story into a page lead in Britain's leading tabloid was the intervention of Ron Hall's brother Peter, a firefighter based in Rotherham. A colleague of Peter's, station officer Alan Wilkinson, said he knew of numerous other similar cases where prints of the crying boy had turned up undamaged in the ruins of homes destroyed by fires. Accompanying the article was a photograph of crying boy with the caption, "Tears for Fears," the portrait that firemen claim is cursed. So first, I want to start off by saying, who the fuck keeps a painted picture of a child crying in their fucking house? That is just fucking stupid. Like, what is the point of that? Sick fucking weirdos, I guess. I don't know. But that shit to me does not seem... That just seems real fucking weird. I'm not gonna keep a picture in my house of some fucking little kid crying, especially one that I don't fucking know that some random asshole just fucking painted, What the fuck is the point of that? Stupid. So, next, let's move on to, so here's a photo of the crying boy, like the original one. He's got a little bit of tear right there, but I mean, I guess he's got some tears in his eyes a little bit, and there's like a little tear running down his face there, and right there, you can't really see it too well, unless like you actually have good view of the picture. So, story, the crying boy painting curse. The painting of the crying boy was found uncharred and undamaged in the remains of several homes gutted by a fire. Here are a couple of other versions of the crying boy. That one has definitely some more bigger tears on it. That kid doesn't look like he's crying, but he looks like he wants to be a fucking clown. Kind of creepy. The bizarre, oh my god, that picture is real creepy. I wouldn't fucking hang that shit in my house for sure. What the hell is wrong with people? There's something fucking real wrong with people hanging shit like that in their house. So, analysis. The bizarre but popular story refers to various paintings of crying boys in the UK that were supposedly cursed to cause house fires in the 1980s. It is said that in many such fire accidents, the paintings of the boys escaped unscathed. However, as detailed below, the curse attributed to the crying boy paintings are not facts, obviously. There's another picture. Like, seriously, who the fuck keeps these in their house? That's fucking stupid. So I literally just read the story of why it became so popular. It popped up in the Sun and the Blazing Curse of the Crying Boy on fucking, yeah. So, and they also did a follow-up story. Looks like the day afterwards. The Sun reported many scores of horrified readers claiming to be victims Oh, everybody wants to jump in, of course, you know. One person has this fucking shit happen. Everybody wants to jump on fucking board with it. That's fishy as fuck. Nobody said anything before that until this one person had it happen to them, and then all of a sudden, everybody has it. Yeah, bullshit. Secretary of the Folklore Society, Roy Vickery, was quoted saying that the original artist of the painting might have mistreated the child model in some way, which I'm not going to doubt that. I mean, all that kind of shit's fucked up, but adding that all those fires could be the child's curse, his way of getting revenge, all this caused widespread anxiety and fear. If I was that child, I would curse that fucking photo too. I mean, why do you want to keep fucking painting of some random fucking crying child in your house? That doesn't make any sense. It's blah blah. Where was I? Witnessed such fire accidents. Mentioned it was a curse or a jinx. Soon after they posted that first story. Soon after that, many inquiry calls from victims. Yeah, bullshit. The Sun team announced to the people that if they are worried about the crying boy picture hanging in their home, they can send it to them immediately. You know, take the fucking picture out of your house because it's fucking creepy to begin with. And that they're not creepy, but just fucking weird. That they will destroy the paintings for the people's sake. Later, thousands of those paintings of crying boys were destroyed publicly in Halloween burning. That sounds fun. Widely believed to have exorcised the curse of the crying boy, the cursed stories of crying boy paintings began to fade. But they surfaced again in later years in some books and news outlets too, that the curse had returned. Oh. So, investigations. After the Sun publications created widespread fear about the cursed paintings of crying boys, fire service investigations were conducted, and they concluded that most cases of fire accidents had straightforward explanations of overheated chip pans, which here in America we just call those frying pans. So, overheated fucking pans of hot motherfucking oil. Faulty electrical heaters. Wow, what a surprise there. That's still a leading cause in fucking house fires. And carelessly discarded cigarettes. Yeah, obviously, that's still a big one too. Notably, the initial newspaper report on The Sun used the word cursed, but the concerned firemen at that time had not mentioned the word. It should also be noted that during the 1960s and 70s, prints of crying kids were sold in tens of thousands of copies in branches of British department stores. So, tens of thousands of these fucking things. The whole fucking country would have gone up in fucking flames had this curse been a real thing, guys. Use your fucking brains. In an attempt to debunk the connection between the fires and prints, Chief Divisional Officer of the South Yorkshire Fire Service, Mick Riley, revealed that the picture of the crying boy was printed on a high-density hardboard, which is very difficult to ignite. You know, super compressed fucking hardboard. Not cardboard, but fucking hardboard. Which, I mean, it takes a bit for fucking, I mean, unless you got a rip-roaring fire already, it takes a bit for cardboard to pick up. So can fucking imagine hardboard? British writer and comedian Steve Punt investigated the Punt? Let's see, they would say Kunt, so Punt investigated the curse of the crying boy in a BBC Radio 4 production called Punt PI. Private investigator, that's funny. And after testing at the building research establishment, he revealed that the prints were treated. They were treated with some varnish containing fire repellent. Hence how they survived the fire. Not only were they fucking made on a high density hardboard, not just hardboard, but high density hardboard, they were also treated with a varnish containing fire repellent. Hence why it don't catch fire. He also explained that the string holding the painting to the wall would be the first to perish, causing the painting to land face. Wait, I don't know if you can see that. Here, hold on. Actually, I got an idea. Picture on the wall. Okay? Strings right here. The string birds. The painting falls. Hits the ground. Still standing straight up if it's kind of against the wall. But it goes like this. And falls forward. What do you fucking know? Put that falling face down forward along with the hardboard, the high density hardboard, and the varnish containing fire repellent, and it's no wonder these fucking these fucking paintings survived. Are you kidding me? It's no wonder the paintings survived the fire. Like, that's like 6 fucking steps this motherfucker took to make sure that his shit wouldn't burn. Causing the painting to land face down, which is how it protected them from being damaged in the fire. So, considering all the aforementioned facts after the investigative results, it is clear that there are logical explanations given above to the fire accidents where the paintings of the crying boys had remained unscathed. The claims of curses are hoaxes nonetheless. The story transformed itself into a modern urban legend on the internet, just like the fucking Slender Man, who people still fucking think are real fucking idiots. A somewhat related and popular story about an oil painting called The Anguished Man is said to cause paranormal activity in the home of its owner. So all in all, guys, of course there's still going to be people, regardless of me spelling all this shit out for you, that are going to say, oh, no, that's not the case, it's fucking cursed, blah, 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 I'm a fucking stubborn mule. But just listen to the fucking facts, dude. It was high density fucking hardboard coated with a fucking fire repellent varnish, painting on the wall that fell and went face down onto the ground because of the way a picture falls off the wall. There you go. Your fucking cursed image? Nope. Nothing more than something already protected by fire as to why it didn't burn. The reasons of the fires? Overheated frying pans. Fucking faulty ass electric heaters, which are fucking shitty to begin with. I don't trust those things whatsoever. And discarding cigarettes in a fucked up way, you know. My grandma on my dad's side almost started a house fire because she fell asleep with a fucking cigarette in her hands and she dropped it on the carpet. That's gonna go up in fucking flames. She didn't have no picture, no fucked up crying kid on her wall. Painting of a fucked up crying kid on her wall. Are you kidding me? Use your brains, people. Not everything is what people say. If you read it on the internet, I mean, there's always going to be 2 stories or 2 sides to the story, but if you're finding cursed images, there's going to be a logical explanation to it. I know some things are cursed, like that fucking Robert the Doll shit. I mean, I saw he's fucking he blinks in a weird ass video. I don't know if that was CGI, but I mean, I would hope that there were multiple recordings. I'm gonna have to look into that actually, because I would hope that there would be multiple recordings of that from different angles, from different people who were visiting the museum. But, you know, sometimes we don't get lucky, and not everybody uploads everything onto the fucking internet. But anyways, guys, that's all for me. I hope you and I had a good day. Maybe I'll have to do something on that Anguished Man thing, because, you know, there's going to be idiots out there that believe that shit too. Do a little research. I mean, it's not that hard to find shit out about what you're trying to figure out, you know. I could do a little bit of research in like fucking 5 minutes and have an entire fucking video for you guys. You could do it too, and you wouldn't have to watch my dumb ass fucking talking about it. On that note, please subscribe to my channel. I love you all. Have a wonderful evening.